Hey, hello everyone. If you guys have been following my last couple of streams or episodes of Life of a Shai, if you guys are watching on YouTube, I have been out here in the land of the morning light doing my gathering, hunting, all those life skilling activities. And with all of that pork that we have gathered from our hunting, we're going to go ahead, get ingredients together for the new guru boxes while your farmers are going ahead and farming. And I have all of my workers on the radish, Nappa cabbage, and rice nodes. And I'm also using the shell folk, so they go ahead and gain more materials. I have farm set up, but I have an alt over there to tend to my farm so that I can go ahead and get the same materials. And this is going to be a great way of adding more materials while you're waiting for your workers to get the amount that you need. I'm probably going to burn all of my energy here. I'm going to change channels to make sure I can get as much cabbage, radish, and rice as I can. If you guys need a reference, we are over here in the Nappa Byeot County. There's a couple fields around here that can be used to gather the vegetables that we're going to be using, so don't worry if one field is being tended to, go find another one or change channels. Although there's only one radish and one cabbage, there are plenty of rice down there. I'm using my Tet Manos, my Yawning Hedgehog, all of my Tet tools. We could do sharp for extra drops. Here is my crystal setup. I'm not trying to replace all of my crystals with gathering crystals or the vital crystals or anything like that. I am just trying to add on to what I already had. So to get started, let's just buff up and go. It's going to be an easy little rotation. It's not like we're going far. There's not really much to gather here, but what we can use it for will make up for the fact that they're almost kind of like the star anise or the nutmeg and everything out in Valencia, except for the values just a little bit higher, just maybe like 400 silver higher, but they're still pretty useless to go ahead and sell on their own. The guru boxes are a lot easier to make now that we can make any of the new meals. If you guys need a reference, we're going to be making these Byeot County Gukbap, however you pronounce it, but it is great. The materials are easy to come by: radish, cabbage, and rice, all of which you can gather right here. You can have farms going, and you can have your workers gathering them at the same time to quickly speed up how much you can get. The amount of silver that you can make for just selling the dishes alone, opposed to Imperial, is not that bad. I am definitely settling for these over Valencia meals, and I can't complain. I just wish there were more cabbage and the radish. We all can't be winners. I know I'm gonna mess this up. Oh, hey, I actually did it. Cool. I am pretty bad with that minigame. Like, it could it's really going to give me another one. I like the other minigames. The other minigames are a lot easier to figure out and do. I'm bad with memory. Yeah, this is not going to make you the most money coming out here and gathering it on your own. The rare drops, I feel as though, don't justify it. If you're looking to come out and start cooking, you're wanting more ingredients and your workers are taking too long, this is a nice little alternative. If you have some high gathering mastery, your hedgehog, I'm going to try to come back with 4K of each, but it's hit or miss. I've only done this probably twice for maybe 30 minutes. But I'm only doing the mini game so that I have a chance to increase the amount of radish and cabbage that I come back with. I did get to sell some of my meals already, so I do know they make a nice amount of money. Considering everyone else and their mom has already started to make videos on how much money you can make now with the easier Guru Imperial boxes, I might as well go ahead, come out, and continue what I was doing with my hunting, getting the pork, getting the rest of the ingredients, and finally going and doing some cooking. I know I have been slacking with everything. I finally got done the storyline. Now I can focus towards cooking and just seeing what's going to work out best for me. Kind of hoping these would respawn quick enough. Okay, so let's just go over here to the rice and show you guys. Here's where the rice is located. I do recommend doing your farms. The seed speed that you're able to get, I feel as though it's a lot better than coming out and trying to manually gather. But if you're looking to get the amount of materials, then yeah, I would definitely come out here. It speeds up how quickly you can get your meals made. Yeah, like I've already previously stated, because everyone is already making their meals and coming out here and getting their ingredients together, it's only about time that I do the same thing. I've been procrastinating with all of my other life skills out here and trying out the cooking and all. I did make white kimchi and rice yesterday to see how the other recipes are working, because I don't have guru cooking yet. I have master. So in order to turn in any master boxes, I settle with the white kimchi. I have the garlic and all, the onion, but the guru meals are definitely a lot easier, with the Byeot County being the easiest one to gather for. So it's hard to gauge when to change channels, because if anyone was out here already gathering and you're coming in later on in their rotation, or when their rotation started, there's already Radish that is respawning. And the only downside is if you are on a more populated channel, yeah, other players will have already gathered the area. There will be other players here currently gathering it. It's not going to be the best solution, but it is going to be a way to go ahead and get the ingredients that you need. Maybe if you're lucky, you can get good with the mini games and not have to worry about being out here long enough. Almost half an hour in. Let's check what we have so far. I'm not really worried about the seeds and all. 1,404 cabbage, 1,081 radish, and 714 rice, which I'm not gathering solely for the rice, so I understand why the rice is a little bit lower. But there are more rice nodes, so I can get more gathering than I can with the cabbage or the radish. So my main focus really isn't the rice. And I'm not too sure, but I don't think this is going to be the best way to level up your gathering. So if that's what you're trying to do, I do apologize. This is not going to be for you. I suggest heading out to either Pilgrim's Haven, Bear, or the Serene Spring. But I suggest going out there if you guys want to level up your gathering. I'm solely trying to come out here and make a lot of money on the cooking, not the gathering aspect. This is one of the materials that is not going to make you money. Gathering cooking materials out here in the land of the morning light is slightly better than Valencia, only by a fraction, because trying to sell these, I think you only get 400 more silver than you would like star anise. I think I have some star anise on here for a quick price check. Yeah, I'm lowballing it, but you guys get the idea. It's just 1,000 to 2,000 more silver than you would sell the nutmeg and the star anise and sweet potatoes and all that. Okay, let's go ahead and change channels. Hopefully we get into one that's not already being gathered. Burn up all of my energy and start cooking. But it does make it convenient if you're based out of the northern wheat plantation. For all of your cooking, you have your pork and your cabbage right there too. I'm just not exactly sure if I can use regular cabbage in place of the Nappa Cabbage, or if it's only Nappa Cabbage that could be used in place of the normal cabbage. I don't know if we can reverse it. Hopefully the mini game is not going to proc a whole entire loot menu full of just seed again. And I do have my Agris running just to burn up more energy and get more things. Well, not burn up more energy, but get more materials back. Yeah, the respawn rate isn't too bad. If you do need to speed up how quickly you're gathering, then yeah, I do suggest changing channels to give yourself a little bit of a speed boost on how many you can gather. But if you're just trying to stay on one channel, it's not that bad. You'll have to keep changing between radish and the cabbage to check to see which ones have spawned, but if you get lucky enough, you should start getting back as each one is respawning, like I am now. That only applies if you're out here alone. There's no other players that are also actively gathering the same thing that you are. Hopefully your guild channels that you do decide to rotate in between are not as populated at that time, so you can just gather, change. I want to do some cooking, and the only way to do some actual cooking is trying to get all of my ingredients and everything together without having any other player run out here and take it from me. Oh, I am glad you have asked me. Yeah, what am I doing with the radish and the cabbage? This is what we're going to be making with our cooking. It usually takes the Nappa Cabbage and the Radish out here with some rice. Can they be subbed for paprika? See, I don't know if the like the new recipes can be substituted with the old ones, like how Nappa Cabbage can substitute for the original things. So no, we are going to be making the Byeot County Gukbap because it sells for an extreme amount of money on the central market. And not only that, but it's a lot easier to make for your imperial cook boxes. But if you guys want an understanding of just how much money it can make, for 1,000 usually sells for 170 mil. And like I said, it's one of the easiest guru boxes that you can make now. And as easy as it is to get the materials, this is not going to make you a lot of money. It's not going to be like all the other gathering that you can do and sell the ore or the lumber. This is more having to be turned into other recipes to make the money. But the rare drops alone should at least get us something back. Not 100 mil, but I should... See, look, 20 Capras, even though Capra valuation is pretty low, 2.8 mil so far. It's the rare drops that'll make you more money, not the materials alone. The Moodle Gukbap is just rice, garlic, and meat. That's the one you're making for guru boxes. I suggest doing the Byeot. Byeot only takes just these and the pork. You don't have to do any garlic. If there was an area that you could actually gather garlic manually, then by all means, I suggest going that route. If you want an easier experience, literally all three of these fields here are the ingredients that you need, and doing the sniper hunting, and you have Byeot County without having to leave the whole entire island. Gathering out here is extremely easy. You can quickly get massive amounts of meats with ease. We've been out doing all of that hunting, getting all that pork, so I need to be able to use the pork. What better way to use the pork than to make the Byeot County Gukbap? It'll make a lot of money on the central market. And not only that, it's extremely easy. You can level up your cooking just with doing it. If you have higher mastery, you can get a lot more back in terms of the money you can make. Again, really, that's what I hate. That's what I hate about the minigame. Not even a stock of rice, just all seed. The sheer luck of that. Like, why? Why just seed? Let's take a quick perspective on why everyone is saying rice, the whole radish, cabbage, all of that is the most easiest and quickest way to now level up and do anything with cooking. We have one field of rice here, not to mention your worker node that's going. It is the pilgrims of rice. It's easy to get extreme amounts of rice. We're not even mentioning your workers. We're not mentioning your farming plots, the item that you get for actually legit farming rice in your farm, which will get you even more rice. It is a replacement for vinegar now. Rice and water. That is all I need. How hard can it be? If you can't sit there and gather 20k rice, you should A, probably reconsider how you're gathering, and B, probably spend more time trying to gather it. I don't know what else to say. Like, if you're running out of rice and you're not running out of vegetables, maybe you put more time into vegetables. That's exactly why they added Agris and they added the mini game, all right? They made it so that you can quickly and easily gather without having to spend hours and hours and hours like I normally do, wasting all of my time and energy so you don't have to. Yeah, it's designed to be a really nice replacement. It's just now not a lot of people are wanting to come out here to the region. Once you guys get a node set up or realize that there's nothing else to do other than the boss rush, look how barren it is. Like, it is extremely barren from players now. Yeah, the one-to-one cooking is good until you run into the issue of having, like, a blue grade, like, say, garlic or onion, and the recipe doesn't reduce anything because it's only one. Like, that does suck. Like, by all means, manually gather your rice. Like, that's what you need to be doing. That's what you should be doing. It will help you out in the long run. It's not going to be, like, the quickest thing that you could possibly do, but I think if you take 2 hours and you have your hedgehog or your llama, you have your agris, and you actively do the minigame and successfully win at the minigame, I'm pretty sure you can probably come back with 20k within an hour or 2 hours worth of gathering. Solely just rice. Not going by all of the extras and having to change channels because another player is coming out and gathering your stuff instead of you being able to actually get it yourself. But hey, it's a public space. I'm not going to cry about it. Try to flag on them. Okay, so for 2 hours, I was able to gather almost 5k cabbage, 3.1k rice, and 3.5k radish. And that's by separating each one and not just doing just one. Jump down. We are going to the Mountain of Eternal Winter region. Come on, hurry up and load. We got cooking to do. I will probably have to jump on my alt at some point to actually check my farms. But after 2 hours of gathering, we're going to go and make up all the dishes and see just how much it'll make you for all of that time. I should be making a shit ton amount of money just for the amount of time. Everyone's claiming that this dish is going to make us the most money possible and blah, blah, blah. We about to find out. 1,000 dishes is 170 mil. I'm going to list up the steaming cooked rice. See? Look at that. If you guys were complaining about how no one is selling rice, we're selling it cooked. Does that help? All right, we got 3 delicacies now. Whoa. I swear, guys, this is a good replacement for pickled vegetables. It is quick. Okay, now let us go. We'll take these. We'll take that. Take more rice. All right, let's try this out. Yeah, this is what the new tools. I am wearing a +4. I have my canape. I am using a sharp alchemy stone of life. My fundamentals of cooking. Lightstone combination, and just using my weight crystal preset. What are we at? 404 on our meals. It doesn't take that long to cook up all the meals, and it should make us some pretty good money. If I can at least make 1,000. I don't know if I'm going to. I think I'm gonna run out of the cabbage or the radish before I do, it looks like. And if durability is the only thing that's gonna change with the utensils, and I'm not getting any slower cooking or any quicker cook time, so I think I might start having my workers making the tools out there in Nampo Harbor. First, we got to see how much I can make with the cooking here, and then I also have to take a check at the kimchi and see what I'm going to be needing for that, because I still need to do master cook boxes, because I still don't have guru. I'm still sitting at master. All right, we are at 1,000 dishes so far. And a lot of that time that I spent out there, I feel like I made back. But if I'm lucky and I have enough radish, I should be able to get it up to 1,500 or at least close to 2,000 meals. Just making these gukbaps alone, I have 70 delicacy now. I have to try the other dishes out and see if they're even like worth considering making. I do know the professional box is using this steamed rices. I don't know so much about Moodle and the other one for me, for my setup that I have. And we are now moving on to 2,000 gukbaps, which I'm actually kind of impressed. I didn't think I had that much. I'm gonna say 240 mil before tax. We're going to come home with. Oh, wow. Is she finally done cooking? Okay, let's go ahead and get all of this listed so I can show you guys how much 2.3k gukbap is going to, well, the Byeot County Gukbap is going to make. There you guys go. The whole reason why everyone has been harping and talking about the gukbap meals, this is why. The Byeot County Gukbap for 2 hours worth of gathering all of the materials, and that is only from gathering the materials. That is not going by your workers and or buying anything. You're able to make 418 mil. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and register that there. And this is before tax, everyone. Don't get mad at me. This is before tax. This is not what you'll make after, and I'm pretty sure you can probably make a little bit more doing the imperial trading, but those are used the guru boxes. That's what makes them so important, and that's why everyone has been going out of their way to gather, buy, and or just talk about the new recipes. Of course, if you have quicker workers and the ability to get more of those materials, you can make more of those meals and further increase how much you can make. I do apologize. I am late on finally covering the topic. I have been doing everything else that I possibly can. If you guys haven't already, be sure to follow me here on Twitch. Follow me over on YouTube if you haven't already. I like to make guides and or other Black Desert content. If you guys have any other topics you want to see covered, let me know and I will get on that. You guys have a nice night and keep gathering out there, guys.